you had to be is when Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair had their their moments. Did you think of it? How do you think this is gonna play out?
Horribly. I said a lot of this on my kayfabe show last week and went in. So I'm gonna try to paraphrase that. The problem with it is that one, it reminded me of the Attitude Era. I will say that. But two, it also showed a lot of stuff, and it still makes me even more concerned about Charlotte Flair and Charlotte Flair's mental state. And I still believe now even more that it was too early for her to come back. I think they're not taking that as important as they should. The Charlotte Flair that I'm used to would not have done that. And I think the fact is you have a lot of stuff that this woman's dealing with that she may not be saying, or it may be being overlooked, but it showed itself during that time. It's a lot on her shoulders. One, WrestleMania itself is a lot. Now also taking you're getting divorced and you still have to come to work. Not only you have to come to work, you got to come to work in the same place your person you getting divorced from is on the same show as you. Now you also have to sit across the ring from the person who they say is your replacement. How she's better in every way of you, and she's only 25 years old. And they're also telling you want you to put her over. And you could see that in these promos because there was no type of professionalism or decorum that Charlotte Flair gave. Even throughout these entire segments, you can tell your champion has been on a leash this whole time because of how they want to work her with Charlotte Flair. And again, this is the part I'm not blaming Charlotte Flair on, because this could also be a part of creative. This could also be a part of the people in the back because of how they are handling her. Because this has not been a fair exchange between the both of them. And you can tell Tiffany has not gotten a leg up from her all this time. It has always been Tiffany laid out, Charlotte standing on top of her. This is the first time we saw Tiffy stand tall outside of the previous week when she jumped off that balcony onto everybody. And even then, they were still in ways keeping her away from Charlotte. Even now, knowing in backstage, they don't even talk to each other. A mediator is the one that lets each one of them know what's going on.
That's crazy.
That was why Wade Barrett was in the ring. Now, that's why Tiffy got out of the ring so quickly, because she knows she cannot put her hands on Charlotte. Otherwise, then she might lose the belt. And the whole throwing the whole Kaiser DMs, it showed them like, yo, Charlotte, you're way better than that. And so now what really concerns me is what happens when the bell rings. Is this Fabulous Moolah versus Wendy Richter all over again? But Tiffy is 25 years old. Tiffy has never been in this position. This is Tiffy's first WrestleMania. Right. This is Tiffy's first WrestleMania as champion. And you are going in with an unstable Charlotte Flair. It's nothing to say disrespectful to her, but she's not been there long enough to develop the ring IQ that she needs to be able to work that if Charlotte decides to flip script. So it's going to get very interesting between them. But what it shows me also, too, is that's another one of the matches that they might make go early because of how unstable it seems right now.
It's going to be a little bit messy because the last couple of weeks, as Will pointed out, was very ironic because Charlotte was on Sherry Shepherd last week talking about her divorce, and then a few nights on SmackDown, Tiffany put in that 0 for 3, and I was like, oh man, that was like a recipe for disaster. Because if you saw when she returned from the Royal Rumble, that's a hard injury because she tore her ACL, meniscus, and MCL. And that is very, very tough to do. And she was gone for a little over a year. So that's very hard to do. And she's only had 3 matches on SmackDown against B-Fab and Mi Chin. Tiffany can't even lay a finger on Charlotte because we knew if that happens, she is about to drop the title. So I would like for Tiffany to have a solid match because this is her first WrestleMania match. She's 25. But I don't even know. I mean, either Charlotte will take the pin from Tiffany, or she's gonna have to deal with another reign as being women's champion.